That's where I went today. Had to get my ID renewed for British Columbia and a medical card and all that stuff. You know, sometimes it just, the way I feel about the things that have been printed about me online, and people don't even know me or give me a chance because of my ex and I's breaking up and everything that the Teamsters, truckers, and them said about me. But I'm waiting for a lawyer now because Leonard Monkford, when he attacked me and freaking hit me over 200 times in the face and almost killed me, I hit him with some prohibited nunchucks that I didn't know were prohibited because you can just buy them off Etsy. And he charged me with assault with a prohibited weapon. So I've got to go to court for that. And then the town charged me with mischief and all this stuff. And I don't even know the names of the people that are charging me. So, but the whole town fucking turned on me. And all I did was break up with my wife of, 17 years? These used to be the tallest buildings in Kelowna, but there's taller ones now. You know, I do miss my wife every day, my common law, because I used to make her breakfast in the mornings and make her coffee and spend time with her while she laid in bed, and she always slept on my couch. That was her bed all the time, and I miss you. I know you're watching, but I miss you. I miss your company like I miss all my wives that I've had in my lifetime. But I do miss you, Kathy. I'm sorry, whatever you got yourself into there, dear. I have no idea what type of activity, all those people coming after me. What the hell was that? I mean, like, obviously you, that lady you said was a Christian that you took me to a store was a witch. It was very obvious. You forgot that my grandma was a witch. I knew. I could tell. And I knew you were trying to tell me to her, dear. I'm not stupid. And I know you needed to retire. But I loved you. How could you do that to me? I just look stupid. So, you're just making a fool of yourself. I mean, if I have to, I will go get restraining orders next. So, the gun law group is supposed to call me sometime this morning. And they're switching it to a BC law group. And everything is being moved here from whatever they're trying to charge me with: assault, causing bodily harm with a prohibited weapon, and mischief charges. But, you know, that whole town just went after me. They should have, I don't know what's wrong with Alberta. This was my friend's army surplus store, but he's closed now. Old Albert. Remember Albert was your friend, Kathy? So yeah, I'm just heading for a coffee now. I had to redo all my IDs and medical cards. And yeah, this is just a different way to go. This is Boyd's Auto Body at one time, and they make the best cars, the best. Boyd's Auto Body was always the best. Because they did really good work. Have you ever been to body shops and you take your car in and they're like, oh, I did it, and then you go driving down a road and a big piece of body putty falls off the hole instead of its new panel? Because they're cutting corners and being a cheap piece of shit. Yeah, well, Boyd's doesn't do that. Boyd actually, they strip it right down to the metal and redo your car properly. I'm not trying to sell it because I own it or something. I'm just saying, if you need a car done, go to Boyd's, because you're going to pay a lot of money, but you're going to get a good job. Especially restoring a classic hot rod, you know. You don't want all that body putty and all that other stuff in it. You don't need that. It's just going to fall out. These are beautiful flowers, you see. And no, I'm not have any women in my shot, for those who are paranoid. I'm just walking down an avenue. Holy fuck, take a pill. So I know there's a college over here, so we're going to avoid that. But there was a college. Oh yeah, oh, it's a woman, so aim it away. You know, it doesn't make me feel very welcome in BC though. They're forcing me to stay here because I'm ready just to leave already. I mean, fuck, all I did was have a breakup with my wife. God. And the world just can't get over it. I mean, shouldn't some other woman go, oh well, he's handsome. If she don't want him, I'll take him. I'm getting hit on by those by a bunch of younger women than me right now. Actually, yeah, they're talking to me on my phone, and they're legal age. Did you know that legal age is now 16? I looked it up because I got hit on by a 16-year-old girl, and I didn't know it was legal age, and they're like, yes, it's legal age, I can sleep with you. And I was like, really? So I actually Googled it this morning, and I couldn't believe that it's actually legal to have a 16-year-old girlfriend, and no one says shit. So that's weird. I remember when it was 19, and if you tried to go with somebody who was younger than 19, holy shit, the world just blew you up. It wasn't me, but other people. So yeah. But yeah, I had a very pretty young girl hit on me this morning. Showed me a naked picture. I actually at first I said no because I didn't know it was legal. I actually thought, man, I better Google this and check. See the beautiful flowers here? Look at that, aren't they gorgeous? So I Googled it, Kelowna, and I checked, and it is actually legal to sleep with a 16-year-old girl if she consents. Google it yourself. I'm totally blown away. I always thought it was 19 or 20. But yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I am, I'm kind of at a point where, like, I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship or if I'm not ready for a relationship, or I am. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel. I guess after 17 years of being in a relationship, I feel kind of numb, and I do need someone to love, and someone to hold, and someone to cuddle up to at night. But I'm not sure how I feel, and if I feel, and what I'm ready for. What am I ready for, like, in a relationship? I just can't say, like I have Leona, but she's bi, and she doesn't mind if I have other wives, but she's away in Spain, and she isn't coming here yet, but she's open to me having other wives. And she's 20 this month. I'm supposed to get her a birthday cake. She's supposed to be here, but so many things go on. It's in royal families, it's like everything just goes and goes and goes. I'm just taking a shortcut. I don't always take this alley, but I used to a lot when I was younger. So I don't know if I'm even going to stay and how long I'm going to stay. I mean, with people who don't even know me, who haven't even met me before, and spreading rumors about me because I walk through a mall to use a washroom. I mean, come on. Where am I supposed to pee? Are you gonna call the cops on me if I take a pee behind the garbage cans? I may as well just leave. Like, what the hell's the point in being here if people are just gonna make up stories? I mean, I haven't actually. My girlfriend that I just broke up was 69 years old, and I'm 52, and I really haven't dated anyone younger than me in my life. Kelly was significantly older than me, and I used to see her for lunch and things when she was a lawyer. She's not here anymore. She's retired, but I think she's 72 now. So and then there was Kelly's dad, and she was 29 when I was 14. And there was Angela Evans, and when I was 16, she was 29. And there was the youngest woman I've ever been with was Bobby Joe Brooker from the RCMP, their daughter, and she was a little younger than me, but not by very much. I was 16, and she was 14, I think. So we were within legal limits there of teenage love, even though it was forbidden by everyone. And I loved her so much. You have no idea how much I love that girl. That's when I used to work for the army and carry a gun, and goddamn, they never even gave me a bulletproof vest. Let's avoid the kids here and not film them. But yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, you women are going to have to decide and come and talk to me. Like, if a woman's interested in me and wants to make a friend, just talk to me. Don't listen to everyone else's rumors about me. I'm not going to hurt anyone. Fuck no. But if you want to talk and, just go slow and make a friend, that's fine. And that's fine with me. Oh, the pit bull's gone. They used to be here. I love that pit bull. But I love pit bulls. They're like my best friends. But yeah, I'm still pretty stunned. It's been about about a year since it all started, a year and a half since she started seeing Leonard behind my back, the trucker. It was actually the pastor from the Pentecostal church that told her it was okay to see him behind my back. So I'm not really in. I don't want to date any Christian women. Christians can just forget it. And they were all supposed to be good cowboys, so I'm really not into cowboy-girl families. I don't want to know them anymore. And I definitely just don't want to know Christians anymore. Enough's enough. The guy broke my nose, cracked my skull, charged me with the police, is chasing me across Canada with all of his trucker friends, labeling me a hound. I really haven't been with younger women in my life. I've had them offer, but I've always gone with older women. I hate to tell you boys, my women are always older than me. Now I guess I could and have a baby with some younger ones. I'd like to have children for women who are listening. But I don't know how I feel. How would you feel after 17-year breakup and the whole town goes after you? And it's like, what are you doing? People who break up, it shouldn't be so dirty, like, oh my God. And I actually have to wait for lawyers to be involved next with the courthouse, and they don't want to put me in jail. They know it's all bullshit from them. I think I'll have to charge them with slander and shit. The town of Edson. I'll have to start charging them. Because like my landlord, they actually found it, and they were like, they're saying this about you, that you're this and that. But the truth is, I've never really been with a younger woman, and I don't know if I would. It depends on their maturity level and how mature they are. And Kathy was a straight woman and she did that, so I don't think I want a straight one. I think I just want to go back to the bisexual ones. But you women are going to have to decide, because otherwise I'm just not going to bother even talking to people, because they've labeled me all this and I'm afraid. Like, if I talk to you, what are you going to do? Call the police on me? Like, what the hell? So, I don't know. I did have a teacher here she was bi, and she kissed me at a dance on the neck. She'd probably remember who I am. I wouldn't mind seeing her, I guess. And her wife, that might be all right, because she had a wife, and that might be all right, the two together. But I don't know. It's kind of a scary concept when you're looking at that, like people actually labeling me a name like that just because they want to hurt me, because they attacked me and lost a fight, and they got their ass kicked, in front of the town. So the Teamsters gang up, and I don't think I want to date a female trucker. Definitely not. I don't know. I've always gone with like doctors or lawyers or judges, or like I dated the RCMP's daughter when I was 16, and I dated two or three of them. And I dated a lawyer's daughter, and Angela Evans, she was a border guard's daughter. So I don't know. I have to really think about it, and it's hard for me to think with my PTSD, and I don't even know what I'm ready for. I know that I want someone to just hold and hug and love. This little creek always fills with trout, but it's pretty polluted now. I had an ex from Canada Post. Her dad worked for Canada Post. So, and the family was really good and really kind, but my ex, that one was sick too. She had a mental health disorder, but I did love her very much. We lived in this apartment building here. I'll show you. We had an apartment here for quite a few years before that broke up. I didn't get killed, but her father loved me to pieces, and he owned a houseboat, from his work, and he used to take me out on the lake, and it was wonderful. He'd take me out there, and we'd catch some fish, and he'd crack the barbecue, and we'd cook some fish on the barbecue and have a bunch of junk food and go fishing. Thanks, Keith. That was a wonderful time, if you're watching. I'm sure Keith remembers this building. This is where we lived for about, she was my common law wife for about 4 years. So that was before Kathy and Leonard's. I used to go through there all the time with my bike to get in. And this is our building here. We lived here for 4 or 5 years. We were together across from the halfway houses. So, yeah, this is the building here where I lived with my ex before that. You know, when we broke up, she kept my GST for a few years, and she was mad, but she didn't try to kill me in the end. She let it go. And I'll show you where I started out. When I first got out of jail, when I robbed the bank for my sister. I robbed the Royal Bank. That's a serious thing. I was so upset. I was so distraught about what my sister was telling me about my father being this rapist and everything, and all the Indians telling me my father was a big rapist and all that, that I just went after him. I wanted to kill him for what he was. I was so mad at what he was. And I don't even think he was what he was, because people just make up stories, man. But I started in these houses here. This one here. This guy saved my butt, because my sister tried to call me the cat killer to throw me back in jail, and I'd only been out 2 weeks, and the guy that had been killing cats had been around for 2 years. So I started here, right here in these houses. It was over there, but they built this place. But I started in this house here, and they're very nice people that work here. You know, very nice. But that's the halfway house I started in. There's one over here too where you go and they help you with programs, and the John Howard Society, and they're very helpful when you're first getting out. I had to stay in a closet because I had been gated till the end of my sentence. But because my bank robbery was so violent, where I fired so many shots when I got upset. I was so depressed and so upset and so angry at the world. I was angry at my father. I was just so angry. And I robbed a bank. But I did 7 years. How much more time do I have to do for it, you know? And I think it was just all about the money. In the end, people wanted that victim's compensation money so bad at the time. And I went through hell. Like, I lived through Supermax and Kent and Matsqui and all these places. But these people, they try to help me at the end. And get me back on my feet. They were very kind, and I would date one of their females in about 5 minutes, because I know they're lovely. But they helped him get jobs. This guy's probably a parolee. Good morning. Yeah, see, this is halfway. So I'm gonna go this way now. So yeah, that's where I started. I started in these places, and they were very kind to me. And I had to stay in the closet because I wasn't on parole. I was at the end of my time. They didn't want me to come back ever again. I remember when I left, and this nice guard from the Marines who was always good to me, and he said, "Danny," he said, "don't ever come back. Don't ever come back to jail. We don't want you here. So you're too good. You're too kind. Don't come back." So yeah, and this is where I fed the cats, in this little house right here. And the house was right there. That's there. They moved it, And it was over there at that house there. And there was the people that had moved had left the mama cat and her kittens and the father cat behind. So I used to take the meat ends from the sausage they buy the inmates, and it was already just cut off to be thrown away. And I cut it up into little tiny squares with a knife, And I go to that house there where the mama cat was and her kittens, and I would dump the meat for them to eat because they had no food and I had no money to buy them food. So I adopted them. So when my sister came and she tried to start trouble, the RCMP, they said, you know, we heard this and this, and then the person that runs these halfway houses, you see it's an industrial parking lot here, they were like, this man has only been out 2 weeks. That's been going on for 2 years, and he loves cats. He's actually over there feeding those cats over there. And with our sausage, every morning I just take all the sausage ends and chop them up if they weren't spicy ones, and just give them to the cats, because they're so beautiful. And so, you know, animals are special because people will spread rumors about you, lie about you. Your wife will cheat on you, she'll leave you. Your husband will cheat on you and leave you. But your pet, your animal, is your best and only friend. And your animal will never leave you and always be by your side and always love you. So I love animals more than people. And it's just, you know, because the way people have treated me my whole life. So I wanted to share that with you today, that I've been out like 22 years now, and I haven't really been in trouble except for this with my ex and her boyfriend and the Teamsters truckers and the people of Edson that were going along with it. And I mean, like, just weird shit. So I don't know, I'm just a quiet person. I pretty much a loner. I don't really men tried to rape me so many times that I don't really get along with men because I don't trust them anymore. I mean, how many times are someone going to beat you and try and rape you in a group that you're going to want to hang around them? I mean, women who have been raped and men who have been raped, they understand. I mean, would you want to go to the persons who victimized you as a group and tried to rape you or did rape you and be their friend? I don't think so. So I bet you all disagree with me. And people that have had breakups like this where the other person just went so far, like right over the edge of what normal reality would be for a breakup, like this is like above and beyond bullshit. Like, and this is supposed to be a Christian woman, so I don't know, and he's supposed to be this great Christian man, and they're supposed to be the great right-wing Alberta, but this is how they treated someone who actually volunteered with Alex Jones since 2003, and that is the right wing. So that's how much I don't believe in it anymore. I just don't want to catch anyone on film. Morning. Have a nice day. It's a beautiful day, eh? So yeah, you know, I used to go down here with my ex-wife Shalane, and they actually gave her AIDS. You know, the men have victimized my wives so much that after Shalane left me and she was by, they gave her AIDS, and that's Canada Post daughter. And Vicky Rose, they gave her herpes because men didn't like me so much, so they did that to my wives. And then they murdered 2 of my ex-bisexual wives, and I'm really scared for Kathy because men have been so weird to me in my life and done such bad things to me that I fear for her safety with Leonard. You know, I really do. I mean, one of my exes, they have not even found her dead body yet that I know of. She was taken from this town and killed, and her mother misses her badly. And if you're the man that killed my wife, I'd appreciate it if you turned yourself in, because you broke my heart. I love my wives. Her family made me break up with her after I broke her virginity, but she wanted to be with me and I wanted to be with her. But if I went near her, there was a war between her family and me, so it just didn't work out. And I really loved her and I wanted to stay with her, so that's just it. And then they took that wife outside town here somewhere and murdered her. And she was a Paulson, part of the Paulson family. So no one has found her body yet. But I know they raped and beat and tortured her to death. Men have done these things to me, women. Murdered my wives after we break up. And I have, quite a few they've done things to. Some were tortured because men were jealous that my wives were bi, or even that I had a wife and not having sex with them. A lot of times in the LGBT, when I say no to the men, they try to force me out of the clubhouses because I'm not a gay male and my women are bi, and that doesn't fit their narrative. I mean, the last time I was at the Kelowna one here, and I went to a dance and I met that wonderful school teacher and her wife that kissed me on the neck, and I had a dance with her. The men chased me out of the clubhouse with the lesbians, because lesbians don't like me either, and they make up stories because my women are bi and they want all the women for themselves. So it becomes a conspiracy between the two, with the men wanting me and the women wanting the women, and it doesn't really work out that good. Yeah, last time they said I couldn't go because I was straight, and the bisexual women, they got so upset by that, because they couldn't. Their idea was, who the hell are you to tell me who I can sleep with? That's our husband. So I'm kind of like a communal husband for them. And yeah, so as long as a woman is legal age and you want to talk to me, it's okay. If you look real young, could you please produce some ID? Because people are calling me names and sexual names, and I'm really not. But a lot of it's just the men, and the men get jealous. So what it comes down to is that I don't suck their dick and take it in the ass and do it to them, and they can't suck my dick. And because of that, the gay men and the bisexual men get very angry with me, and they don't like that I have bisexual female wives a lot of the time. I mean, I do have the odd straight one, and I will include a straight one, but yeah, that's what upsets it. And if you know any of the girls from a few years ago, they'll tell you the same story, because they'll remember when they chased me out of the LGBT clubhouse because I was straight and my women were bi, and I wouldn't be with the men. And it was actually the leader's son, who was a nurse, and she had a wife, but her son was gay or bi, and he wanted to sleep with me, and I told him, no, I don't sleep with men. And then right away after that, I was chased right out of the LGBT community for being straight with bisexual women. They act like it's some sort of crime, but it's really not. I just have been with them all my life. Before there was all this LGBT clubhouses and stuff, when I was in high school, and I'm 52 now, or 51, sorry. When I was in high school, I had like 200 bisexual teenage wives, and it was a secret. If they were found out, they'd get punched out for being what they were. And it's not like today where it's all acceptable, and you're just wave your flag and go for a march and everybody supports you. No, you got beat up by the straight people. I mean, I was straight, but I had those for wives. And I didn't mind. My father taught me that it was okay. So, my father had more than one wife at one time. So yeah, I guess, like, I don't know what I'm quite ready for right now and how far I want to go with a woman. But I don't date men, so it's okay. And I'm not leering at women like the men say I am. It's not even close. I walk a lot because of my PTSD, and it helps me lose weight, but I walk a lot, girls, and I do a lot of filming with my art. I'm an artist. I don't know. It's just, and I walk a lot. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just, with my PTSD, if I sit still, then I think about the wars, and I think about jail. I think about everything and all the death and destruction. And it upsets me. You understand? I'm not very normal. I'm very sick. And I'm not like gonna hurt anyone because I am sick. I can't handle violence unless I have to. If I have to, then I can stab someone if I have to, or shoot someone, but it's gonna upset me. I'm probably gonna cry and throw up and do everything else because I had to, and then turn myself into the police because I have to. But yeah, that's the way it is, I'm always victimized by other men. The only ones that I can really trust and hang out with and be friends with for men are basically the RCMP, the sheriffs, people from the Legion, the Army, and the Navy and their families. I get along fine with them. They call me grandson because I am. So, with whatever society is saying about me, just don't listen. I'm a really nice guy. I like to bake. I like to cook. I build hot rod cars, and I don't drive. And I usually grow weed with a license and grow fields of it and buildings of it and warehouses full of it and make quite a bit of money when I could just get people to leave me alone to work. Right now I live on disability because I'm handicapped, but I'm a farmer. I farm marijuana and I grow vegetables and things too, but that's what I do. I grow cannabis with licenses, fields of it, and I make a lot of money. And I do things like build hot rod classic cars for a hobby over the winter. And I don't drive them. I just give them to my wives to drive me around because I don't have a license. But I do ride motorcycles, and I'm gonna get a motorcycle license. Nice street, eh? And it's just very strange. I think I've never had a breakup with a straight woman before that was this bad. I've only had about 5 straight women in my life, and I've had hundreds of bisexual women, usually at the same time. So it's very strange for me, but that's what I do. I'd prefer if you're not some Christian woman that comes along now, because I'm not getting any younger, and you know what? I need to make some money to retire, and I don't need a Christian woman telling me, oh, God wouldn't want you to grow weed and then turn me in for money like Kathy did. So I'd rather just have women that just accept that I grow weed. So if you just accept it, it's a lot easier. I'd sell this stuff, and you can come help me farm if you want and grow some weed. I mean, I'm not growing anything yet. I just got here. But maybe next year I'll have a license and I can do that next spring. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm not really. So no more Christian women, please. I don't think I want that anymore, because this whole thing, when you look back in the films of Kathy and Leonard following me with the car and everything, keep in mind, Kathy is supposed to be Christian. That was done by a Christian church who sold me to a witch for bones, for black magic and meat. They were going to eat me. And I've never had a problem with a witch in my life. But Kathy wanted to retire and go with Leonard, so she got herself into it. And that was a Christian woman. That was supposed to be okay by God to sell someone who's been a missionary for God for 17 years because she asked me to be. I was already papered and everything because they wanted to know. You know, I'm trained in psychology, girls, and I'm trained in sociology, about to the level of a nurse. So I understand. So please just keep that in mind. Don't listen to what people say about me. Please come talk to me yourself, and don't be afraid, because I've never raped anyone in my life. I've never sexually assaulted anyone in my life. I've always gone with older women than myself. I mean, it's okay if you're younger than me. I have to have children, and I want to have a baby or two. So it's okay if you're legal age and you're younger than me. That's fine. But yeah, just keep in mind, people are just mad. You know, Kathy became, when Kathy got Leonard, and I met Leona online. She became so angry, like so jealous, and she just had to destroy me. She was going to leave me alone in my fancy apartment that I got for her in the first place. It was so expensive, and just run off with all this money with Leonard, and it was a lot of money. And I think she just got herself in a lot of trouble with the wrong people. I haven't heard from her since. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any more Christian women that I want in my life, or Christian people. You know, I think it's all just fake. It's all for the money when it comes right down to it. So how much money am I going to get from you? I mean, I worked as a missionary for 17 years, and not one of these churches ever gave me a dime. I had to pay for all my supplies myself out of my disability check, and I never really had too many donations. And if I did get a donation, it wasn't $1 million. It might have been $20, and that's all. So I think that's what I have to say, women, today. And this video is mostly for women, because people are saying things and probably scaring the shit out of you about me. And yes, I can be scary. I mean, I worked for the army, dear girls. I carried a gun to work in 1990 when the rules were different. I